look at it. We are on the Welcome Back to the Across the Pond podcast. Another episode, another weekly episode. And I've got the same drink. No, not the same drink as last week, right?
Different flavor.
Different flavor. Actually, this one kind of pops. It's a Fiesta in your mouth. Hold on. Let me read you the description. If by the description, what would you say it tastes like? You ready?
Mexican.
No. It's got a description, like a whole readout of what this drink's supposed to be. Okay?
Mexican fruits.
Wait. You tell me. You ready? Sleep later, because tonight we're going to Fiesta like there's no... Man, I don't know what that says. It's in Mexican. Ultra Fiesta celebrates the nights that turn into mornings and friends we now call familia. Zero sugar Ultra Fiesta blends juicy mango flavor into the ultra we love. Finish off with a full load of our Monster Energy blend, Eden Nadal. Weird way to put your drink. I was just looking for what.
So basically, it's just mango.
It's like a mango drink with a ultra blend, whatever the fuck.
Well, that's means. Just normal Monster. Fam.
Just normal Monster with just like
let me try a bit of that.
Like a mango mix to it or something.
That's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie.
You not like it? I think it's not bad, you know.
Bro, I've had much better mango drinks. Bro, they literally already do a mango drink.
Do they?
Yeah, like the blue and orange one. I ain't even had it, but apparently it's plain.
Oh no, that's like a Rubicon style, like Monster or some shit like that.
Yeah, it looks like
I think that might be the same, but I think it's like low sugar or some shit like that.
Bro, it's not even low sugar. It's just like that's just the way it is.
No, this one. I think.
Odd. I don't know. Yeah, that's Monsters, yeah, bro. They're always that.
Well, you popped a pretty simple drink with.
Obviously, I mean, all professional athletes drink Gatorade, fam. So it's have to do.
And you even got the knee brace on to ratify the fact you're a professional athlete.
You know, I was hooping earlier.
Well, I wanted to get your basketball highlights, but you avoided them out. I was wanting the highlights so we could show everyone on the podcast today.
I mean, I just didn't have the cameras. Mm. I mean, it's not trying to sound like flight or anything, but I just didn't have the cameras. We're all like,
what is it? Is it January flight? He always goes off in
June.
Is it June flight?
June, yeah. Right now.
Have we got any clips?
He's 0-2, bro.
He's 0-2 in June.
Yeah, he's 0-2 in June, bro.
Is it over? Is flight's rain over? Is it? I mean, it's June rain over because it was no rain before.
I mean, it wasn't really ever on because he went negative last year as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he went 4 and 6.
I thought he was going off in June as well.
Well, it's meant to be his month, innit?
So his month, that he actually does better than.
Well, then, yeah, the majority of
do you think he's clowning?
Wait, in terms of what?
Do you think he's taking the piss? Is he actually that shit?
I was thinking about it.
Or is he just taking the piss for the cameras?
Yeah, in terms of basketball. Nah, I think he is actually that
bad.
Yeah, I was asking the same question. I'm like, does he just do this shit on purpose? But I don't think so, you know.
I'm confused by him. I know he's not as dumb as he makes himself out.
No, he obvioally exaggerates.
The Curry shit, he always goes what is it? Every time Curry makes something, or you know what I mean?
Curry, man. So inspirational.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That takes the piss, but his basketball skills, I don't even know.
He's you can be all right. He's not bad at dribbling, you know. Sometimes you can shoot a bit, but it's just inconsistency, bro. Yeah.
Well, as I was saying beforehand, actually though, we actually do have news this week. And before we get into our first conversation, we're going to go over just a little bit about what we're doing. But I want to say, and I'm sure Sean can back me up on this, a big thank you to all the people who came and viewed our podcast afterwards. So if you hadn't joined us during the live, we're trying to get that off the ground. Viewers are trying to come in. Right now, I think we're how many?
I can't recall.
Does that say 55?
No, bro, that was 550.
Something like that. I did a 0 on it, so I just couldn't.
Yeah, I just couldn't make up. I just couldn't make up those first two. Yeah,
but people who came flocking afterwards. I mean, flocking for our standards on YouTube. So people can keep that up, and then they want to join us. 3 p.m. if you're in the US Eastern Time Zone, or 8 p.m. in the UK every single Thursday. We're going to try to bring on some guests as well. So people should be coming around saying hello. We do have a guest on today, but in today's agenda, so we have a nice little bit of quoting Biggie there, wasn't it? Today's agenda. That's not bad. I'm gonna keep. I should quote an artist in every single podcast and make it a thing, a running theme. One quote from one artist.
Right.
You should try banging the same and see if I can get it.
It don't make dollars. It don't make sense. You probably don't even know what that is. But that's all good.
I've heard it. I don't know who sings it though.
DJ Quick.
Fuck hurts. But yeah, we got Julio Jones today. Like probably the biggest news coming out of the NFL this week. We also have a lot going on with Deshaun Watson as well. Deshaun Watson's been playing up. We have one commenting. Is it Anthony?
Yeah, it's Anthony. Anthony's just a casual. It's like, very funny.
And then we got so we have the Watson drama kicking off. We have Julio Jones kicking off, and then later on we're going to be joined by a guest. We'll probably have him in just between the Watson and Julio Jones drama. But let's kick it off with Julio Jones. Now Julio got moved over to the.
I didn't even know he got traded.
He went.
No. Obviously, I knew. Like, I found out like 2 days ago, so I didn't even realize he got traded.
That was 2 days ago when he got traded.
Yeah. But
you found that like a couple hours afterwards. I think
I found you sent me something, and I saw it from that.
What was it?
There's our website thing. That's where I saw it on.
Oh yeah, that was like I think I made an article like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
But he was moved. He was moved to the Titans.
What did they actually trade him for?
I think it became official like a couple hours after. So it was like it became official, and I put that article like 4 hours after. So it was like middle of the day when it first sprung out, and then it was like.
Bro, I'm asking, what did they trade them for?
Oh, what they traded for? That looks like my bad. That's what we're going to get into. What is actually traded for? Well, what do you think he would be traded for? Well, we spoke about it.
I think I saw something he got traded for a couple picks.
Yeah, a couple picks. But what was the highest pick? Was it a first?
A first, yeah.
It was? Was it?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nah. He got a second.
What, just 1 second?
So there was a second round pick, and then it was like another one in next year as well, and then one fourth round pick in like 22, I think, or some shit like that. From this distance, I can't even read what.
Well, he's saying, will Julio Jones have success with the Titans? Even I know he got traded. No, he didn't. And all the Titans good. To answer the first question, we'll get into that. The second question, are the Titans good?
Now?
Not really.
Okay. Hear me out. Defense, right? Offense though is different ballgame, man.
No, offense low key is like
there's in my opinion now there is too many there's too many power forces in that offense to let's for example, right? Mm-hmm. Tannehill is not a bad quarterback, right? He's not by no means the best there is to ever play, but he's not like awful. Like he can make it work. You've got AJ Brown, okay, good receiver, up and coming. And then also you got Julio Jones as well. Read out the comments as they come, Sean. You got Julio Jones as well.
Oh, I follow CBS on Facebook, so I get all the latest news.
All the latest news. I thought
I was dyslexic at first. I couldn't even. I thought I was tripping. Well, I didn't even know what the fuck I thought I said at first, bro.
Oh, hold on. Back to the offense, though. Ryan Tannehill, good quarterback. Julio Jones, good wide receiver. AJ Brown, up and coming wide receiver. Can't remember who's currently playing as a tight end for them, so I can't.
Oh, bro, they traded the tight end.
Yeah, so what's their tight end situation now? Did they pick anyone up? I can't think of anyone in there. It's definitely not a big name, this so
definitely not.
No, but then we have, and then Derek Henry in the backfield as well. Yeah. I don't know if Dion Lewis has stayed around, did he? But even then, he's irrelevant. But I mean, talk about specialist players. They've got one of those teams where I feel like if they don't make you pay one way, they can make you pay in another way, if that makes sense.
But not really.
Okay, explain.
Because that's literally why they failed in the playoffs last year. Because their offense was so one-dimensional.
It's not one-dimensional anymore.
But it is, though, because they've downgraded in tight end, and they haven't really upgraded in wide. Well, it depends where you think the difference between Corey Davis and
Julio Jones.
Yeah, but Corey Davis is like, he's actually like a decent receiver.
Yeah, but
I still think where they are now is they are in the best position to tackle the playoffs. And I like Mike Vrabels as a coach in general. Like I feel like he's a very gutsy. I feel like they will make people pay. I think last year the Titans were like one of the highest scoring teams in the NFL. If I'm right, I believe they are one of the highest scoring teams in the NFL. What we got Anthony saying now?
Asking how old is Julio? Like high 20s or something.
Yeah, I think he's playing into his 30s now.
Oh yeah, probably. And who's your favorite to win the next Super Bowl or the Super Bowl next year?
Oh, that's a whole different topic. I think
right now, bro, I said the Dolphins something. Chris is probably dropping everyone off.
So what?
Probably 17 of the season to get sweep for the playoffs.
Oh my god!
Obviously.
I think they're going to pull a Miami Heat. If they even get into the playoffs, they're going to be out straight away. Obviously, not 4 games. You can't play 4 games.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But I feel like they'll pull the Miami Heat if they do go into the playoff. But regardless, we got back to the Titans. Do you think the Titans are now a genuine contender for? I think they are.
No, they haven't. They haven't got better. They've gotten worse. They lost pieces on offense. I'm pretty sure they lost some. They lost Malcolm Butler.
Mm-hmm.
They lost. You realize they lost like a lot.
They did lose.
Yeah, they're not as good as last year.
But I feel like
the upgrade.
The vibe in that team is going to be different.
No, but the difference between like Julio Jones and Corey Davis, even if you want to say like he went from like a 6 out of 10 receiver to an 8 out of 10, I don't think it's gonna make that much of an impact because now you don't have a good tight end or a decent tight end. You got a shit one.
Or what we think shit right now.
Oh yeah,
what we think.
Bro, at this point probably get me on the team or something. I'll probably do better than the one they have now.
Who do they have now?
So I'm saying, I don't even know.
That matter. So you're gonna put yourself up over the NFL team?
Well, you probably won't be in the league in a couple of years.
But at the end of the day, you can't deny the simple fact that they are going to be a team that can still probably make a few shot plays. They're going to have an explosive offense. Defense. I'll admit defense won't be as dynamic, and I feel like they might bust up a little bit. They'll have their few games where defense sets them down, but.
Bro, nah, because realistically,
let's talk the offense is.
Bro, nah, because bro, realistically, you commit to the run, shut down. You just make Tannehill try win the game because you're throwing to AJ Brown. Obviously, you can say like probably it's like top 15, top 20 receivers in the year. And you got Julio's probably like I wouldn't know. I wouldn't top 40 or something. Say that
he's in the top 40.
I don't even know if he's in the top 40. Let's say top 50.
You won't put Julio in the top like 15, top 20 of your wide receivers?
No.
Serious?
No. You're saying you think he's better than half the team's number 1 receiver?
I feel like he is a number 1 receiver. He's at least in your top.
Bro,
30.
they even lead them.
He's at least in your top 30.
Bro, what's it called?
Kyron Ridley.
Yeah, he led them in he's the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, but
he's not a number. He's gonna be the number 2.
Is this all right? So. Is this an issue from last? Is this an issue because of last season and what happened with them? Obviously, he wanted out of Atlanta, right? Maybe it's a system thing, maybe it's a team thing, and that's what I still feel like he's got it in him to be at least top 20. This season.
I don't know, bro. After this year,
he's not graced the end zone much last year. I'll tell you that now. He's had some good games, but Calvin Ridley's really took over that spotlight.
But yeah, he is the number 1. You're getting called out, bro.
How?
You're getting called out, bro. Disrespecting the Heat, bro.
The Heat?
Yeah.
I'm not disrespecting the Heat. The Heat disrespected themselves, Anthony. That's not on me. If they went 4-0, they got swept. And I don't watch much of basketball, but how many teams got swept in this playoff like bracket so far? Is it just you guys?
Bro, what team do you support?
I don't really support.
But what team do you
Celtics?
And what was the conference finals last year?
Who
won?
You won.
Yeah.
Last year.
Exactly. And you're at home as well.
This year, I'm only comparing you to this year.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I didn't say the Miami Dolphins were good about last year. I'm just saying. I'm only comparing you to something that's going on in Miami. I can't help the fact they went 0-4.
Bro, the Wizards are ass, bro. Don't even talk, bro. I'm not. For next year. Well, you wouldn't really have a favorite for next year yet, dude.
I couldn't even tell you the fuck. I don't know nothing about basketball. All I know
all
I know is you got swept.
Not about basketball.
For
NFL,
for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't right now. I can't put my finger on one team. I can't.
Well, give your top 3 if you can think about it real quick.
Okay, just for ease, I'll put the Bucks in there because last year's champions always got to be a candidate. I'm not a fan on the Chiefs this year.
Really?
I'm not a fan of the Chiefs this year. I think the Bills could have a good chance if they continue momentum from last season.
Yeah.
And then thinking of one more team, I can't. So
because realistically, bro, the Saints they're not winning.
The Saints aren't.
They have the 0 chance. The Packers aren't winning it.
The teams that have been in the apart from one team, every team that went into the championship last season, I don't feel confident. And I know it's easy to say the Chiefs, but I feel like when you go to the Super Bowl 2 times in a row, it's very unlikely you go to a third. Is the stats? The stats are there. How many teams go to 3 in a row? Not many. So and I feel like you can't say, Mahomes is there and the team's coming back stronger and they're built better offensive
I don't even think any team's ever three-peated.
Oh, no teams ever.
I
don't think any teams ever three-peated. The Bills went.
The Bills went 4 consecutive times.
But for my third spot, I can't really find anyone that I feel like it's going to be someone we just don't expect.
Bro, that's my top 5. But I still have to put the Chiefs. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, you said top 3 for me. If it's top 5, I'll put the Chiefs in there.
But yeah, I don't feel like they're gonna be. I think that this is gonna be the weakest Chiefs team we've probably seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just have that kind of like idea.
It's just when a team plays so consistently well, and it comes to one season where you're just like, I feel like this isn't going to be it. Like
I don't know, bro. I think injuries fucked them up a bit in last year's Super Bowl. I give credit to the Bucks, but I do think injuries played a part in that sense.
Yeah, they rebuilt their offensive line. Yeah. But and I'm saying you can be confident on the Chiefs being a good team, but do I say they go to the Super Bowl and win it? No, that's a different equation. You've got it. There needs to be a fire in the team. Last year they had it because they went to the Super Bowl. They want to go back again. Right? The fire could be they lost last year. They want to come back.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's it.
The thing about it is I don't feel like they're going to be as good, but I feel like they're the strongest team in the AFC, and like I don't see a team. Apart from the Dolphins, but it's gonna
the Dolphins.
Yeah,
I thought we were talking realistic. Yeah,
at this point, bro, this is not even like an exaggeration. I put like the Bucks probably favorite to win the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to put the Chiefs in there.
We're definitely gonna see some new teams emerging out of the NFC.
Yeah, AFC,
especially now that the Packers are going downhill.
Yeah, I'd say AFC. I'd say Bills and Dolphins one day. It's not even an exaggeration. Say Bills and Dolphins.
You think there's no other team in the AFC that can challenge that AFC championship spot?
No, apart from the Bills and the Dolphins.
No, why the Dolphins though?
Dolphins have upgraded from last year, and it's like Tua is going to be like 10 times more. Hopefully, it's going to be 10 times better.
You're gutting the fact down to AFC championship on Tua being 10 times better. If he's not, you just think the Bills are the only team that can beat.
Nah, because we'd probably drop off the Bills even if he hasn't got that much better.
Nah.
We've got Waddle now. Bro, I think we're set, I think like maybe one more linebacker or something.
The only team that I can feel confident on in the AFC Championship or going to the AFC Championship is the Bills. Do they carry momentum from last season? I don't know. But they're the only team that I really feel like they've got a good backbone. They've made some improvements. There's nothing there that I really feel like is a disappointment in them.
Mm-hmm.
It could just come down to what happens in the game. Like if they go to the AFC Championship, could come down to just a mistake. But in terms of momentum and being a good, solid team, I think they're easily my top favourites. But, okay, we'll go back onto topic, but we'll stay on topic of contenders because we have been trying to talk about this, but some news did come up with Julio Jones. So Julio Jones is with the Titans. They picked him up. You think their team is back, right? You think and I'm not going to sit there and tell you that they're going to the AFC Championship.
I think for them, their ceiling is the first round.
It's the first round.
Yeah,
they go out in the divisional.
I think not a divisional. They go out. You probably know what the ceiling is.
Mm.
The highest they're gonna get is the wild card round.
Is it just a wild card? They're not even gonna get into the
no, because they're not gonna be good enough to get into to skip the wild card round.
Mm-hmm.
And then like think about who else is in that division, bro. Like just
continue explaining. And what I'm gonna do is we'll now with the addition and the change of the team, and actually real quick, carry on. Yeah, explain where you think where they're gonna land.
Yo, bro, it's probably gonna end up going like probably maximum 10-7 next year.
10-7.
Yeah.
What record was yours last year? Was yours like 10-7 as well? No, yours
10-6.
Yours was 10-6.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the additional game.
Yeah, with 10. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so I just taken a look at who their tight end was, and it's a guy called Anthony.
Anthony what?
Anthony Ferkser.
Ferkser. Yeah, bro, I had that guy on like Madden or something.
So, this is his 2020 stats. He is ranked 108th in receptions, 123rd in yards, tied at 126, nice in touchdowns, and he averaged 110th in
126 all time for that season.
One touchdown last season.
He's out of the league next year.
One touchdown last season. I can't really see.
I'm legit taking his place, bro. Not even a challenge, bro. At that point,
he's only had 3 touchdowns in his career, 72 receptions. I don't know how long he's been playing. When did you say you had him in your team? And you've been playing like Madden 16. You're talking
Madden
about
21.
No. Is that where you had him?
No, I didn't even have him on my team. Actually, I may have had him on my team, but I played as I did a career with the Titans.
You did?
Yeah.
I need to see it.
Is Tua promising or is he a flop?
Depends on who you ask.
Could he get better? Yeah, no, because first season
for the people on the podcast, we are getting comments, by the way.
Yeah.
And this is Tua promising or what? Not promising?
Yeah, like could he get nuts? Because last season he basically was recovering from a hip injury, so he didn't even get a chance to train or anything.
He didn't start the season as well.
He didn't start the season. He had like a safety net. It was kind of a mediocre rookie season. It's kind of underwhelming, but he went 6-3 in the games he did play, so that's quite good. But the defense mainly carried him. So this year I'm expecting big things. He's had a full off season to actually train and like not just rehab, because rehabbing and training is obviously 2 different things. He's actually had a chance to get better, learn the system. So I'm expecting big things from him. He's played some NFL football, kind of knows what to expect more now. So yeah, I think it should be. I'm thinking big things. As I said, I've told you, man.
Well, you saying they could be an AFC.
Well, no,
championship.
I've told you.
So of course, you would.
I think their floor next year is 11-6. I think if they realistically, if they play how they did last season, we should go 12-5, maybe 13-4, bro. Only teams I can't remember off the top of my head, but only teams we should realistically lose to is like the Bills. Maybe and should take at least 1 game from the Bills.
They're taking 1 game from us.
There's that we shouldn't. Well, it depends how you look next year. Like realistically, we actually should.
But I just feel that we've got such a unique rivalry.
Yeah, like,
it seems like every time we play you,
I can't. I factored in. Okay, maybe the Patriots will take a game. But I think we play the Bucs. They might win.
We can check over yours in a second.
Yeah.
Right. But what I've got here is by the way, preseasons were released today. I saw Adam Schefter release it. So a bit of breaking news. You can go to Adam Schefter's Instagram and you can check out the preseasons if you're interested in that. Only 3 games this year, by the way. But we'll go to the Titans schedule, and I'm just going to tell you who they play. I don't give a fuck about where they're at, home field advantage. I don't care about that shit. I'm going to tell you who they play, and let's get a rough idea. You count on your hands or whatever. Rough idea of what they're taking, how many games they win. And now we can account. Yeah, this will finish off our segment on Julio. Where do we think the Titans will end up now? We consider Julio.
I thought we're playing the Titans next year.
Yeah, you are. That you're week 16.
Wait, what's the worst record you could get into the playoffs in NFL?
It just depends.
It depends on what other.
You look at the Redskins last season, mate.
They went 7-9. Bro, you could have a losing record, get in. You could have like a 10-6 record and not get it. It's always depends.
It's so variable. It's so variable. What was like you get?
Who's that guy who's coming back at tight end after like 8 years? What, Gronkowski? I mean,
after 8 years.
Who's coming back after 8 years?
Oh, Tim Tebow.
Oh, Tim Tebow. I mean, yeah, he used to be a quarterback.
He used to be a quarterback. Well, that guy is jacked as fuck. Have you seen the pictures of him catching the ball? Man's
Right.
gonna burst that ball in his hands.
Bro, realistically, this guy's probably like 30
No,
something
no,
at
hold
this
on,
point,
hold on. Before we get into the schedule, I'm gonna check Tim Tebow. I'm gonna find this photo for you, right? Don't tell me. So, okay, Tim Tebow right now is 33, right?
Yeah, bro.
Never played tight end in his life. He was a quarterback. You're gonna tell me this guy doesn't look like he's gonna scotch that ball,
yeah.
bro? How's Tim Tebow? Look at this guy, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
Bro, I don't know if he's a tight end though, bro. Like,
No,
how long has he been training for this shit?
he
Bro?
just rocked. I think he has.
I obviously heard about.
I think he has connections with Urban Myers, is what I picked out, and he wanted to train with them, and Urban's taking him on. And it might not just be a way to. He might not play. Like there literally might be the option of him not to play, or maybe a couple snaps, but they want him in as a guy to coach.
I mean, bro,
he can coach your offense. Bro. He can coach. Yeah, I know.
So it wouldn't hurt. It would probably be the best tight end.
It's a ridiculous theory, in my opinion. But let's get on to the Titans real quick. I'm gonna give you the team name and just roughly see where they landed. Tell me if you think, including Julio, new team.
Yeah.
Cardinals, week 1.
L.
Out to the Cardinals. Seahawks, week 2.
L.
Colts.
L.
You think they lose to the Colts?
No. Actually, a win.
Colts situation right now. It's a bit off.
So, yeah, so 1 and 2.
The Jets.
L. Yeah.
To the Jets.
I genuinely think the Jets will be better than.
Okay. To the Jags.
W.
W against the Jags. Bills. L. Keep that. Chiefs.
L. 2 and 5.
Colts.
L. Oh no. W.
So they take a W.
3 and 5. Yeah.
They play the LA Rams.
L. So they have a good defense.
True.
And they've got Stafford.
Stafford now. Yeah. They can take the L.
Yeah, so what's
Saints? I'm taking them against the Saints. I'll take them against the Saints.
And I'm taking the Saints against.
You're taking Jameis Winston.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not taking Jameis Winston.
Bro, who's gonna cover Michael Thomas, man? Who's gonna stop Alvin Kamara?
But the issue is Jameis
Winston gonna might throw 3 TDs for the other team, bro. Yeah,
that's why I'm taking the Titans in that game. Come on,
you messed. I've forgotten bro. Let's just say that. I'm gonna say the Saints. You can say. Well, let's for the sake of it, we'll say that we'll give them benefit of the doubt. They say they
have a nice game.
So that's like what 4 and 6.
Something like that.
Yeah, right.
The Texans. I said they beat the Texans.
The
Texans situation is dog shit.
5 and 6. Yeah.
Patriots.
That's the L.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably win 1 game. Oh wait, no, they only play 1 shit. Yeah.
Jags again.
W 6 and 7.
W they sweep the Jags then, yeah.
Yeah.
Steelers.
L.
49ers. I think they win that game.
No, I said they lose that game.
Did they lose that game,
bro?
The way the 49ers are going, they're already getting fucking injured. I bet half they're probably going to full roast at the time.
We even give another benefit of the doubt, bro. So that's like 7 and 9 or something.
Dolphins,
bro. That's an easy drop off, man. Bro, if we lose that game, bro, it's going to be very depressing.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, bro.
Texans, final game.
Bro, I think 7 and 10. They win that. Yeah. So, what was that? 8 and 9.
So, you can count it up. We got. So I'm gonna tell you if they won or lost. Ready? What we chose.
Yeah.
Ready? L. Win. L.
Wait, you're going too fast. Start again.
So they take a W, an L, sorry, first game. An L again. Win. Lose. Win. Lose. Lose. Did we say they beat the Colts twice?
Yeah.
Win. Lose.
Oh, wait, hold up. So I'm going to put the ball here. The ball's going to count as 5 losses.
Okay,
so I'll start again.
And then they win.
And
then they win.
Okay, now I need to put this remote here. That's going to count as 5 wins. Okay, I can start again now. I
don't even know where I got.
Yeah.
Jeez, I think they only win we only gave them 1 more game. They won after that or something shit. Something like 7.
Bro, that's like 7 and 10. Bro, let's just say 8 and 9 for good measure, fam.
For good measure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, but it's probably not even going to make the playoffs if they're lucky.
Well, but obviously so in their division, they got the Colts, they got the Jags, they got the
Yeah, but
Texans.
so that's like easy drop. So they have 4 easy games. So, and that's like half the games they're winning an easy teams.
Colts, Jags, Texans.
In Texas, just
They probably win in the division though. Out of all those
he
teams,
was in the division. The Colts,
the Colts, Jags, Texans.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So in my opinion, they automatically go to the.
Who else is in that division?
That's it. 3 plus them.
Colts, Jags,
Colts,
Texans.
Jags, Texans.
Oh yeah, I forgot their divisions. They're probably sweeping the division.
So they are getting past the
Oh
wild card.
shit, that's different. No, they're not. They're gonna go in the first round anyway.
Okay, yeah, but they're not going to the wild card.
They will go. Yeah, but the worst division winners still have to play in the wild card.
That's definitely good. Whoever wins the NFC East.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, AFC. Yeah, true.
It's the worst division winner has to play in the wild card, I think. Unless I'm tripping or something.
Nah, that's true. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, because the NFC East, Washington Redskins,
Yeah.
they played.
Yeah.
Redskins, my bad, football team.
Yeah.
What
do you think of Trevor Lawrence and will Joe Burrow have a more fortunate season?
in regards to next season?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I still take Joe Burrow for the better season. I don't know what I think of Trevor Lawrence right now.
No. This is 2 separate questions. What do you think of Trevor Lawrence and will Joe Burrow have a more fortunate season?
I don't really like Trevor Lawrence right now. I haven't seen enough of him.
I haven't even seen any highlights. I ain't gonna cut. I'm like a little bit, but not like that. Undrafted. Like.
Clemson is a good fucking.
Yeah, but they ain't got
Good team.
They ain't got any receivers like
True.
that, bro.
But I think about him
good
coming into the NFL, I never like first overall QBs. I've never been a huge fan of
Who
first.
did it? Oh yeah, the Bengals drafted Chase as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Joe Burrow is
that's
the first, but he's proved himself this season.
He hasn't
Last
proved
season.
himself.
No, he has proved himself, in my opinion.
Bro, you won like 4 games.
Yeah, but he got injured, right?
But he was.
The
team was like hella negative,
his
bro.
team was shit, but he still put up numbers and he still had a spark.
Nah, he didn't put up numbers like that. It wasn't like who's the older done? Herbert, yeah. He wasn't putting Herbert numbers up. His numbers were like, you'd have like Tua's numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You have Herbert's numbers. His numbers are probably a bit closer to Tua's than Herbert's, I'd say.
I'll quickly find
it's not something in the middle like
find
that.
out, and then we're gonna take a little break. And
I say the Bengals go 7-10. Maybe nothing's they go 7-10 next season.
We'll take a little break after this, and we'll invite our guest on.
Yeah.
But let's take a quick look at Joe Burrow's stats to help inform Anthony. So last year, I can click it down to the games, I think, but it wasn't an awful season, right? We're bearing in mind he only played, how many games did he play now?
Like
so
10 or something.
I think he started. No, he only started 5. See, or is it 5? Or is it hidden? Okay. No, it was hidden. It was hidden on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 games, yeah. And then 10 games, he had a 264 passes completed out of 404. So just over about 50, 65%. So he's threw for 2,688 yards.
With
2,688.
Mm-hmm.
He had 13 touchdowns.
That's not good. That's not that good, though.
It's not.
Because Tua had like 11 and he played 1 week less.
But really, who does he? He had a shit O-line.
Yeah, but it's not like...
He had a shit... No, but
he had no receivers, bro.
Who?
The Dolphins.
So did the fucking Bengals, bro.
Yeah, it's like the same situation.
Yeah,
bro.
I know, but at least Tua had a fucking O-line. Had a defense.
Well, yeah.
Burrow's had
bro, that defense doesn't affect how many touchdowns he gets.
No, but what I'm saying is...
it's obviously set him up now. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He had 5 interceptions.
Yes.
And he took interceptions to some shit teams. No, we're not talking top defenses. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. He actually had He actually had 37 attempts rushing as a QB. So if that doesn't say something, a guy needs to scramble every fucking 5 minutes, bro.
That's not 37 is not much.
37. He had
four
six
a game.
He had six in one game.
Yeah, that's
as
like
well,
4 a game on average.
His O line. I wonder how many times he's got sacked. That's what I want to find.
He got sacked quite a bit, I think.
That's my only thing for him. He's a good QB in my mind, and I'm taking him over Lawrence.
I think it's just the Bengals just kind of bad for him. Like
it's a bad organization to go in. It is a completely bad organization to go in, and we're gonna go get our special guest on. So for the time being, we'll take a quick 2 or 3 minute break, and we'll invite our guest in, and we'll catch you after that's finished. So give us a minute, and we will be right back. We are back. Quick break, quick eat. We've got our guest coming in very shortly. Let me explain to you guys who don't know who this guy is. He is Naman. He runs the Second Take podcast. Really good guy. Had some awesome interviews. He's built up a good following as well. He is here now. He is going to become a writer for our article. So if you want to go check them out, feel free to. But we have him in right now. We'll invite him on. Let's talk some football. And before we get him on, there's one thing we need to roast him on, and I told you about this earlier. Packers. He's a big Packers fan, so he's not getting away lightly. Let's add him in now, and this is the first time. Let's get the sound on, see if we can hear him. Let's see.
Yeah, I got you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, we have him in. So Naman, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us today. You're going to become a writer for us now. So we're excited to have you on board with the team. We're in with a live new thing we're doing. So our first live guest, thank you for coming onto the show.
Yeah.
We've got to start off with a little bit of news. We've got to take your opinion on it. I know you don't have too long, but let's quickly take your opinion. I don't know if you've been listening to it beforehand, but me and Sean have our own opinions on how this Titans team is going to turn out. I think they're going to be a lot more explosive. Sean thinks,
bro, they ain't doing shit next season. Like, come on, man.
Listen, I think it all depends on how healthy Julio Jones is. I mean, it's a guy that, when healthy, is a generational wide receiver, probably a top 10 talent of all time. And so, depending on whether this guy is the Julio Jones that we've seen before, or whether he's the Julio Jones of the last 2-3 years, where it's like, I can't stand putting him on my fantasy team because he's injured every other game. You don't know what you're going to get. And so I think that's really important. And the complete lack of a defense. Like
Yeah,
every
but-
game that they win is going to be a shootout because the other team's going to drop 40 on them easy.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I do agree with the defense. Do we feel like Tannehill has it in him to step up?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
I don't love Tannehill. I think Tannehill's a guy that gets like no one's just in the middle on Tannehill. Everyone's either like Tannehill is the reincarnation of Jesus or Tannehill's terrible. And I think really he's in that like 12, 13 range usually for quarterbacks that I have. I don't think he does anything much better than anyone else, but I don't think he does anything much worse than anyone else. So I think he's a very like middle of the pack quarterback. And obviously having Julio, if Julio is healthy, is going to help Tannehill because that's just how that works. But I just don't see a world in which Tannehill comes out and throws 45 touchdowns and goes for this crazy MVP season. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't even think they're better than the Colts right now. I think unless Carson Wentz comes out,
Not better than the Colts.
Unless Carson Wentz comes out and completely shits the bed like he did last year, like unless we get 2020 Carson Wentz next year, which I don't think we're gonna get, the Colts are a better team than the Titans just because if you can even slow down that Titans offense, you're gonna win the game. It's gonna take is a drive or two because the Titans defense is so incredibly horrendous that unless they decide to sign someone like Richard Sherman or someone like that, a guy who's still out there. I mean, even Richard Sherman isn't a lockdown corner like he used to. He's mostly a zone coverage guy. So, listen, unless the Titans have a lot of guys on defense that just suddenly explode, I would not be overly confident in the team as a whole if I'm a Titans fan right now.
I can't even name like two people on the Colts at this point.
You know what? I completely forgot about Carson Wentz going to the Colts. I'm thinking quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even think that.
Shit, yeah. As soon as you mentioned Wentz, but you did bring up something earlier, and I want to take your opinion. So Tennessee Titans, I think everyone's a bit of a mix. Is it going to be a good offense? It depends. I think it does highly depend on defense. It's a team where I feel like I can rely on the offense, but do I rely on the defense? Probably not. But what I want to ask you, Sean, and you won't know about this, so Lamont, don't say anything just yet. But what is your opinion on? I think he's a mediocre quarterback. But what is your opinion on Kirk Cousins?
Nah, bro, he's not winning anyone a Super Bowl. Bro,
is he a top 10?
No, bro. I'd probably take his job, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, talking about prime.
Lamont is a
Kirk
Cousins advocate. He
loves
Kirk Cousins.
And I'm a Packers
I knew you would not like it.
Listen, Kirk Cousins is one of the most underrated guys in the league. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna bore you guys to death with advanced statistics right now, but go check out my page, and usually once a week I get a good Kirk top 10 Cousins in there. So I'm sure you'll find that. But Kirk is another guy like Tannehill. I think Kirk is a little bit better than Tannehill.
No.
Okay.
I mean, all of his.
Hold on. Is Kirk better than Tua?
As of right now, yeah.
No.
As of right now, Tua's a top 20 quarterback.
Bracket, bro.
He's got to prove himself.
Bro, this point, bro. I've watched Tannehill play. Bro, I'm a Dolphins fan at this point, bro. Bro, I already know Tannehill was, as you said, he's mediocre, middle of the. I already know he's better than Kirk Cousins, bro. Tua played 9 games, bro. I already know he's better than Kirk Cousins.
He's just not. You got to look at the numbers, man. You got to
Kirk
go.
Cousins sucks, bro. Don't even.
I'm staying out of this. I'm staying out of this.
The efficiency. You got to go in and look at all that stuff. Anyways, Tua. Here's a little tangent that I'd love to go off on. Tua Tagovailoa. Listen, people who are saying that he should be benched after 1 year is stupidity, and really he should be allowed to suck again this year and still start. Like that's how that should go. I'm hoping he doesn't, just because I do really like him. I think he has the tools to be an elite quarterback in this game. But like, let's say he comes out this year and just absolutely craps the bed. Like, it's really not out of it's not out of what people have done for quarterbacks before, especially young quarterbacks, to just kind of leave him out to hang and then go another year with him. Like, I'll put it this way: if Daniel Jones is still getting another chance this season, Tua Tagovailoa should at least have another 1 to 2 seasons.
I kind of do agree with that because I'm a person like I'm not the type of guy that's just like trading. Like, I want
it's
so like,
ridiculous.
yeah, bro. Like he didn't have a full off season. He was rehabbing. Like I understand like now I expect good things this year, but I kind of disagree with what you say because the Giants and the Dolphins are different. The Dolphins, I believe, are entering their Super Bowl window. I think they have a team that's ready to win in the next couple of years. So I worry if we wait too long for Tua to progress, it's gonna affect that. So in my opinion, I would give him this year. And if he's not at least winning a good at least how he did last year, at least 10 games, bro. For at least 10 games, but then I don't know, bro. I don't know if like I would not be opposed to looking for a new QB if he just did shit next season because like we're in a win now mode. So I don't want to do the same thing with Tannehill where we're waiting for him to become something he's never gonna become. It's kind of like can't really afford to waste that time at the moment with the roster we have. So.
Right, but I'd even argue that New York and Miami are in very similar places. I mean, you have two of the top 5 rated defenses in most stats, and then you have offenses that can get by. And I'd even argue that as far as the entire roster is concerned, New York has a better offense than Miami. On paper, you get Kenny Galladay. I'm telling you, you get Shepard, you get Rookie up there,
I like it, bro.
Let's be honest, bro. Talking about a team, bro. They had Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones bad quarterback.
Bro, they went like they went like 7-9, bro. But they didn't even have any injuries or anything, bro. So let's be honest. Like,
what I want to say is you got to go about Tua and his window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say you're talking about it's a win now situation?
I'm saying next 3 years, 2 years. I think next 2 years.
Let me bring something into the equation. If it's a win now situation and you're still kind of unsure on your quarterback, if you're Brian Flores, would you put your money on Tua and hope he stays good next season, or would you look at the two quarterbacks who are in unstable positions in their team, Watson and Rodgers, and bet your money on 2 QBs who know what they're doing, or do you still stay with Tua? Because if you ask me, if you're in win now mode, why don't you go find a QB who also is in win now mode and wants out of that team?
Because I believe that they must see something. They must think that he's gonna perform well this season. So I understand what you're saying, but I think it's kind of like it's kind of quick to just say like, oh, okay, you're not gonna be good. That could have a bad effect on him. He could be, you never know, he could be the best QB ever after this season. Like it could happen. You never know. But
I mean, I would argue that I do agree with what Mehmet is saying. Like, but I think those are the only 2 scenarios in which I would get rid of Tua. Like, I think
of course.
Watson, like Deshaun Watson is an extremely young, talented, proven MVP caliber player. And so I think that someone like Deshaun Watson and even Aaron Rodgers, like I would be hesitant about that because could Aaron Rodgers play until he's 42? Yeah, but there's a very injury prone guy. Maybe he breaks his collarbone again and retires after next year. We forget that his collarbone right now is glued together in 13 different spots. It's not a sure thing that Aaron Rodgers gets back up every time he gets knocked down. And so I think Deshaun is probably the only one where I'm like, yes, 100% of the time, as long as all of the sexual assault allegations come back negative and he's allowed to play in the league, 100% of the time I would take Deshaun Watson and trade away Tua and just deal with whatever Tua becomes. But Aaron Rodgers is one I have to think about it, and I have to see what Green Bay is willing to give me in addition to Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know. I kind of agree with what both you are saying, but if it comes to the season and it's like none of these QBs are still with their teams, they're still somewhat unhappy, and let's say it gets to the trade deadline, Tua's not really doing a lot, then I say, okay, go ahead and trade him. But I would kind of like to see what he could do because
towards the start of this season, you were hoping that Watson was on the table for you guys.
Oh yeah, I mean,
if Watson's on the table and I'm Brian, I'm.
Alright, but what are we
Pulling the
trading?
trigger.
What are we trading for him, bro?
I mean, you guys are
It's next-
sending realistically Tua, and I mean, you already stole Will Fuller from the Texans, so you guys are probably sending Tua and a backup receiver and a second-round pick at
Mhm.
this point, just because
Really?
the
I think the
Texans have been
Texans are willing
so
to give you like take anything, like with
Oh yeah.
right, exactly, because
with
the Texans
Hopkins.
were so lackluster with getting rid of this guy. Like at the beginning, it was like you could trade him to the Panthers for CMC and 4 first-round picks.
Yeah. And then it's
And
just
now
now.
that they haven't done anything, all the trade leverage is gone. The Texans don't have any leverage.
It's like, bro, take this. Yep, give me Watson, Kinder Bueno bar, and you could probably get in. Like at this rate, all you need is
Yeah.
like a candy bar. You need maybe just a
Right,
bit of
the
like
price
a
has
drink.
The price has gone down a lot.
Yeah, I
The
hear
price
that.
has certainly gone down a lot.
I mean, you know, if it's down that much, then yeah, maybe I'll go ahead. And
Maybe
do
we're
it, but-
we're swaying him now. We're swaying him.
I don't know, bro. I'm sticking with Tua, though. I want to see what you can do. I want to see what you can do, man.
Okay, quickly before we end up, I know the time short of you, Naman, and I appreciate you joining us and giving your thoughts. Sorry that you had to have some Kirk Cousins slander, but it's kind of time to question you on one thing. You are a Green Bay fan, more than you are a Kirk Cousins fan. Aaron Rodgers, look, the situation is, he's probably more interested in hosting Jeopardy than he is actually playing football with the Green Bay Packers.
I can't blame him.
He didn't attend minicamp. Wasn't that a mandatory thing, if I'm right?
Yeah,
or was it mandatory?
Minicamps this week starting, OTAs were mandatory for veterans, yeah.
Didn't attend. Where did the Packers go? Where does Rodgers go? I mean, at this rate, he can't stay on the team, right? You can't really have a guy on the team who doesn't really want to play.
Well, so
what do we say? And the more bold prediction, where does he go? How do you feel about it? And what can we hope to see from the Packers?
If we send him to Denver, I'm fine with it. I don't know what we'll get back from Denver, but as long as we're not sending him to the NFC, like no part of me wants to send Aaron to San Francisco because I know damn well we'll end up playing them in the playoffs, and I do not want to have to see that. Like he would.
You still think they go to the? I don't think you'll go to the playoffs.
Bro, if Rodgers is gone, bro,
if Rodgers is gone this game,
playoffs, bro.
Right. No.
Jordan is gone.
Forget even this year. Like a couple years down the road, like what happened with. Right, and depending on what we get back from San Francisco and Jordan Love right now, I don't think we make the playoffs. But then, like, look at how terrible our division has been recently, and I think Minnesota's going to get better. But it all depends on. I mean, their number one corner just got suspended for some crazy assault thing. I don't think that it's that out of the realm of possibility that Green Bay does end up making the playoffs without Aaron Rodgers, because we've seen Jordan Love improving. We've seen these things. Now, they won't be a Super Bowl caliber team. They'll be trying to get into the playoffs. They'll be one of those in the hunt teams. And I think that we'll probably see them, if not this year, next year for sure, make the playoffs with someone, because that roster is good enough to make the playoffs with a average to below average quarterback. It's not good enough to win the Super Bowl with a terrible defense. It's right there. Right now, we're right there with the Super Bowl. We really just need another wide receiver, and we haven't got that. And I'd like to just quick kind of like bounce off point. I think what a lot of people are thinking is that Rodgers is mad about what they haven't brought in. Like, they haven't brought him receivers. They haven't brought the defense corners when we need them. When we don't need corners, we sign corners. We somehow signed Kevin King again. People keep thinking that it's what we don't bring in, but really, from most of Rodgers' ex-teammates and interviews that I've watched and research I've done, it's actually what we've gotten rid of. Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson are best friends in real life. That's a close, tight-knit friend group. They did not call Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, we're going to have to let Jordy go, or hey, what do you think about doing this? Instead, Jordy Nelson was willing to take a massive pay cut. They cut him off the roster. A year later, he retires. Jake Kumaro, Aaron Rodgers is praising this guy in a press conference, and I'm sure we've all seen this story. 3 days later, Jake Kumaro's off the team. John Kuhn, another guy, fullback, great friends with Aaron Rodgers. 3 weeks later, off the team. And I think that's really what's starting to piss him off, is not even the lack of say that he gets with what they bring in, but what they just go ahead and get rid of. Like, make no mistake, Jordy Nelson wasn't quite in his prime, but if Aaron Rodgers was standing or sitting across a desk from me saying, "Yeah, I want to throw to Jordy Nelson because I trust that guy to catch the ball,"
You're going to
and
give him.
Jordy's still the only Packers receiver of the last 10 years that I trust to catch the ball every time. Because Devontae dropped 2 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game.
Ooh.
And so if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm like, yeah, I trust Jordy Nelson to catch the ball, or I trust Jake Kumaro to catch this ball, or I trust John Kuhn to block for me, why would you get rid of him? Like, is it really that much? Did you really need Geronimo Allison that bad that you couldn't let Jordy be the wide receiver 3? And so I think that's it. I don't think it's as much that Rodgers wants people to come in because he knows by now. Green Bay we home grow talent. That's what we do. We do not sign other players. We do not trade for players. We have never done that. And so I think he knows that. But I think really Julius Peppers, another one. Instead of asking Rodgers, hey, what do you like? Is Julius Peppers great in the locker room and stuff? They just cut him off the team. Clay Matthews. Like, the list continues to go on and on and on of people that Rodgers has close personal relationships with that they just dump because it's convenient for them. And I think that's what's really starting to get to him.
It's sort of like what I don't know if you could compare it exactly, but it's sort of like what Tom Brady was going to do and what it seems like he left the team for. Obviously, he did it in a different fashion. It seemed like it was pretty much, they're both willing to let go. The Packers situation is a bit different, but it seems like, when you're a quarterback with that much experience, and if anything, that much, you should have power to not say anything about saying to him.
They're literally doing everything to make him want to leave at that point. Bro.
Yeah, pushing away.
Yeah.
And it's a weird situation.
Right, it is. It's definitely a weird situation because he's now repeatedly said, like I love these teammates, I love the fans, but at one point or another, something's got to give. And seeing the Packers front office is not going to give. They're not going to give him his contract. They're not going to bring him players that he wants to play with. It's too late to re-sign guys like Jordy and Clay Matthews. And so it is a really unfortunate situation. And I just always go back to the biggest one for me was Jordy Nelson. We ended up having the 28th ranked wide receiver core in the league after we cut Jordy Nelson. And I've always wondered, like, why? Geronimo Allison was a horrendous wide receiver 3. Horrendous. If Aaron Rodgers comes up to you and is like, yeah, I really think Jordy gives us the best shot to win games with him at wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3, because Adams and Cobb were probably better than Nelson at that point. Like, I really trust this guy. In crunch time, we can throw him the fade. He's a big body. He can get out there and do it. Why do they care that much? It's just that's what kind of drives me crazy is the stubbornness. And like Jordy was willing to play on the veterans minimum contract to retire a Packer, and they're like, no, we need Geronimo Allison and Equinemius St. Brown. Like, no, the fuck you don't.
Feels like it's hit them on hard. I mean, it's been a tough couple of weeks, months. The only thing really to go on is jeopardy, really, and that's probably your best shot of seeing Aaron Rodgers on TV,
right.
especially while he's a Packer.
I turn SportsCenter on every morning, and it's like, Aaron Rodgers reportedly unhappy. I'm like, it's been the same headline for 3 months. Get over it.
All I want to know is when are we going to get something? When are we going to get news? When are we going to get some action? I'm excited for what
stuff was proven to be like the whole fake news thing. We had that whole thing with how Rodgers' camp never actually contacted the Packers. And so now it's still just the same thing, that it is pretty much every offseason. Aaron Rodgers is pissed at the Packers. So we'll see, man. But listen, Jordan Love is he's improving at least, so I guess that's good.
I mean, not going to be I don't think he's going to take him to the playoffs, but
no, but
maybe it's the Packers system, right? You get the star QB, he leaves to another team, the QB takes over from him.
Nah, bro, let's be honest, bro. At that point, bro, the only thing you'll be actually happy, kind of, because you might have the top 5 pick at that point, bro.
Maybe.
Right. And I mean, I just really quick before I hop off, the other comparison I hate is that this is the same thing they did to Favre. Like, no. Favre made his own bed. and he lost the NFC Championship game the year before he retired and then was traded. So he lost the NFC Championship game, and he did not win the MVP that year. No. He threw 28 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, and after that NFC Championship game, the headline was the Packers are a quarterback away from another Super Bowl title. Like, it's not like this dude was out winning the MVP throwing 45 touchdowns. Should have been 55 for Aaron Rodgers, but we have some really, really bad complementary wide receivers. Like, it wasn't like that for Brett. He had all of his weapons, everything he needed, and he wasn't performing as well. And so that's another thing I'd kind of like to stomp on that narrative. It's really nothing like what happened to Brett Favre.
Favre, good QB, not, he's not going to take you the distance, but the situation completely different. Like I said, it's going to be interesting to see where they land up, and hopefully we can get some news. Naman, thank you so much for joining us, by the way. Can't wait to have some articles up with you, and we're gonna abolish all this fake bullshit news that people put out, even trusted sources, which I always praise Adam Schefter, and when it doesn't come true, and it seemed like whatever he said was supposed to be a joke or some shit, but I don't know. Like we gotta. That's the one thing about our thing. We won't put fake news on there. We'll just put heated debates, and we'll give you everything that we know from trusted sources when it happens. We'll get it there. But thank you so much for joining us. So sorry about Rodgers, and sorry for Sean trashing Kirk Cousins. I knew.
I'm not sorry.
You're not sorry. I am. I have a responsibility to make him happy, and then you've come on here and ruined it for him. But we appreciate you joining us, Naman.
I appreciate it, boys.
Thank you. Anyone who hasn't already, go check out Second Take Podcast. You can find him on Instagram and check out what he's doing in his podcasts and articles as well. Do you want to drop anything else that you wanna plug in as well?
No, just go follow at Second Take NFL on Instagram. I appreciate it. All right, catch you guys later.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So there we have it. Naman's joined us. Thank you for him to coming on the show, being with us. We're going to take a really quick break, and we're back with you for the final segment of our podcast. Hopefully you're enjoying it so far. We'll be back very soon. Microphone on, back. Good little interview there with Naman. Sean visually distraught by the fact that he just told you that Giants
Oh yeah, bro.
are better than the Dolphins.
Bro, let's not even talk about that, bro. Let's not even talk about that.
I'm sure we can talk about that. I know you're not going to disagree.
The Giants are not, bro. They literally went 7-9, bro.
Okay, maybe he's talking about this season, upcoming season. Maybe
they added like a wide receiver. Bro.
I don't know.
No, bro.
I don't know.
No, the Giants.
I don't know. All right. But one thing we've got to say then, if you're confident in the fact the Giants aren't bad.
Yes.
Yeah. If the Giants get a better record on camera for the record, what will you do? Bro. You got. I'd back it up with whatever on camera. You can say anything. You can just say, "Oh, I'll do the cinnamon challenge or the ice bucket challenge." You can say whatever you want, but I just want to know you're that confident in it,
bro. I would literally buy a Patriots jersey, bro.
Is that it?
Bro, that's bro.
Say.
That is like
everything you can say. I'll buy a Patriots jersey. Bro.
I will literally do the ice bucket challenge and the cinnamon challenge, and
all at the same time.
And I'll buy a Patriots jersey.
All at the same time.
All at the same
so you're in a Patriots jersey. You're doing the cinnamon challenge, and at the same time the ice bucket challenge. That's your words, not mine.
I never said that, but you're putting words into my
mouth. No, we're good. We can go back over that. That's your. I mean, it's weird because now you're kind of doubting it.
No, I'm not doubting it, but bro, like shit can happen. Okay, there's a couple of sections to this.
We're talking about the same team.
Yeah, no.
Go to the
okay. Yeah, if any of the major teams get injured, I mean, no, not major teams. No, if any of the major players get
injured,
the
Dolphins,
yeah, for the Dolphins. They get injured for the Giants, then you have to buy it. Okay, so I'm not just losing out completely. So,
the thing is, I don't believe that. I just want you to back that up.
Oh, then. Okay, I'm not buying a Patriots jersey.
You don't have to buy a Patriots jersey.
I'll do
ice bucket cinnamon challenge.
I'll do ice bucket.
If the Dolphins fuck up, and on my behalf, if the Patriots have a worse season than the Giants, I do the same thing. Deal?
And if the Dolphins have a worse season than the Patriots, I'll buy a Patriots jersey. And if they have a worse season than if the Patriots have a worse season than the Dolphins, you have to buy a Dolphins jersey.
I don't want to touch a Dolphins jersey.
Well, if you're confident, you want to.
I'm not confident. I'm just confident we'll be a Jet. I think that's going to be a good competition. I'm gonna hold my hands up. I'm not going to shit there and bust up the Patriots. One thing I did want to mention is I didn't bring this in the last episode. I bought my Tom Brady jersey. Now I'm wearing the Edmonds. I'm still sad about it. I've not forgot about it. Edelman's still one of my favorite players.
Yeah, get you some new jersey or something, bro.
I know. If Gilmore leaves, who do I take?
Bro, I actually have to go.
Do I get Matt Daddy Jones?
Probably have to, bro. Had that
or Cam Newton?
No, bro, no. Bro, that is so wrong in so many ways. Bro.
I mean, Hunter Henry now, maybe that he's joined.
No, bro. At this point, bro, there's no one you can buy apart from Matt Jones.
I mean, the one player that I do want to get, and I'll say this, I do want to get his jersey before.
Actually,
James White.
James White.
Yeah,
Carl Van.
One of the McCourty brothers. Well, obviously,
the
McCourty brother now.
Yeah, one of them's gone.
And I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to sit there and tell you I remember which one's which because I get so.
We got
confused.
the worst one.
Yeah,
the one that wasn't as
good.
We got Jason McCoy. You got Devin McCoy.
Yeah, so he played for the Titans beforehand, joined the Patriots now as came to you guys. This is his third team.
No, I thought he just came from the Patriots, bro.
Yeah, this is the annoying thing about them. I love both of them as players. They're like amazing players, but I can't fucking remember which one's which. Every time I see them, I'm like,
bad fun, bro.
I'm like McCoy. That's all. I just know them as one player. They're two people, one player for me. It's irritating, but it is what it is. Yo, okay. You can take him. That's fine. We will get into our final segment of the show, and it actually is Watson. And you know what? I do have something cool. Look at that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Look at that, bro. Look at that. It wasn't actually supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be running across the bottom. But yeah, Watson to Denver could be a thing. I'll take that off. It's really fucking massive,
It
man.
is massive.
It is.
Yo, maybe try turn off that one, the top one. Maybe
We'll see. We're currently fucking around with technology. Oh, not bad. Not bad.
I thought it would start running up.
I know it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, Watson to Denver is a possibility, right? And I don't know if you saw what's going on, but to anyone who doesn't know what's going on and wants to know what's going on, here's a video from, I believe it's Catch and Fades podcast, which is Aqib Talib's podcast. Essentially, Kareem Jackson, who's a safety for the Denver Broncos, former teammate of Watson, has essentially came out and told everyone that, Watson wants to be with the Denver Broncos. These are his words, not mine. I'll put on the video and you can see what you think. So here goes the video from the Catch and Fades podcast.
I honestly think y'all gonna have Deshaun soon.
Yeah, I got a great relationship with Deshaun. I've been talking to him the last couple of weeks, man, and like all he's been telling me is like, look, Jack, just tell him like that's where I want to be. Like that's where I want to be. I'm like, man,
he see the setup, the line straight. He see the setup.
He like, man, listen, that's why I want to be in Denver. He's like, and like during the time while I was going through, my little free agency thing, and I end up signing back here. Before I signed, he called. He was like, "Man, are you gonna sign?" I was like, "I don't know. I ain't sure yet." He was like, "Well, let me know what you gonna do, whatever." And I signed back. He like, "Listen, man, tell him that I want to be in Denver." So I'm like, "Hey, man."
Hey, y'all hear it, man? You know what Sean would be. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? We catching fades, baby.
There we go. A little plug for the Catch Your Face podcast. Where they keep Talib, great player, keep. But come on, bro. Like, you heard it from his mouth. Apparently, he says that's where I want to be. Is that where you want to be? And I think somewhere in that segment, what did he keep saying? Something like everything's like is there for him. And I'm just gonna say this now, bro. What's in Denver? Realistically, what's set up for him in Denver that isn't? I mean, I know the Texans are shit.
What? Denver isn't too bad.
Okay. What is it that you think though? So I don't think that. I mean,
their defense isn't too bad.
It's not awful.
It's okay. They have some playmakers on defense. Their offense is actually quite decent.
It's learning.
Not really their run. Wait, no. Actually, they just picked up. What's his name in the draft? Javonte Williams. Yeah, so actually it's looking decent. Like they have Jerry Jeudy and they have the other
Jerry
guy.
Jeudy.
He would play better than him.
Yeah, but the other guy's like a seasoned vet, sort of. I can't remember. At the moment, I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna get it up. I literally am the quarterback for the Denver Broncos in my franchise. I haven't played it in a long time, but here we are. So let's talk about their team right now.
All right. Okay.
So at quarterback, obviously, is Drew Lock, and they brought in Teddy Bridgewater as well at second. At third string is Brett Rypien. Third his name before, but bro, I don't know already. We're going now with just like the main starters. Running back is Melvin Gordon. They also have Javonte Williams there as well. Cortland Sutton is
decent.
Questionable right now. So Cortland is the more experienced player, I believe. Let's see. How many seasons has he played? I think he's played quite a few now.
Oh, yeah.
He's been there. He's 25, so he's had...
What was his season last year?
I think he got injured last year, Yeah,
I swear they had a 1,000 receiver last year.
Yeah, he only had one. So that was Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy is probably their younger one. He's 22 years old.
I'm pretty sure they had a receiver that had like 1,000 yards last year.
He had 885.
That's tripping or something. Let me look this up real quick.
And then they've got KJ Hamler, but he's a third string. He only had 381. Yeah, no, none of them went for over 1,000.
What did he do the season before? Cortland Sutton.
I can't tell you from this, bro. We got Noah Fant at tight end, fullback, Andrew
Yeah,
Beck.
bro. No, I was definitely tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely. Bro, I'm gonna just look up his stats from last season because
Who's
last season he was a 1,000-yard receiver.
who's that?
Colin Sutton.
Last season.
Yeah, like not the season just
Oh,
gone,
the season before. Yeah.
And he's only played 2 seasons, so no, actually no, that's a lie. He's played like 3 seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what do we think of this team so far?
It's
Well,
not-
obviously
it's
we're
not
thinking
bad.
about offense.
It's not bad. I think their running backs are calm. I don't know what their offensive line's like.
Mhm.
Their receivers are looking decent. Sutton and Julius, yeah, it's gonna look nice.
Noah Fant, not a bad tight end.
Yeah, I mean,
He's quite quick actually.
I feel like if you have 2 reliable wide receivers,
Mhm.
then or just pass catchers in general, I think like you're not doing too bad. So if they have a decent running game with Gordon and if Javonte Williams steps up this year, I don't think it'd actually be a terrible place for him to go because they're one of them teams that's like they did some damage to certain teams. Like they beat us.
Yeah,
and I
they
was
beat
like,
us as well. Fuck that.
Yeah, and
Pissed me off.
I expected
Pissed me off, bro. Mad.
I expected us to beat. We should have beat them,
Yeah.
but like it was one of them ones where like
Their defense,
you feel that they could kind of like they
their
could kind of
defense,
be.
their defense is
Yeah.
quite a good defense.
That's what I'm saying. So their defense.
And
is decent.
I don't think, if I remember right, I don't think Von Miller was playing against us. Was he playing against you?
I can't even remember, bro.
And they were getting into the backfield. They were making plays.
bro. I mean, Bradley Chubb, bro.
Mhm.
Decent player. Come on my Madden Ultimate team, bro.
Really,
No, of course, yeah.
bro. The thing with the Broncos. So potentially they could have Watson. I mean, there's a lot of speculation. It's easy to say, oh yeah, he said this, he said that. Maybe he did at one point. Doesn't mean he wants to join the team now. A different scenario. But when it comes down to everything, the Broncos have a nice team set up. Offense isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Watson,
I
obviously.
think he would elevate them to being
Anyone
team,
higher than Drew Lock.
Yeah, I think it'd instantly elevate them to being a what's it called team, a playoff team.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Straight playoff team.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, in their division they have the Chiefs, the Titans, and the Raiders.
Not the Titans.
Bro, wait, what team are we even talking about?
The Broncos.
The Broncos are in the West. Wait, okay, I might be tripping. No, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Chargers. That's how I'm tripping.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna be better than the Chargers. I'm pretty sure they already are better than the Chargers. I can't remember, but even if they're not, who cares? They're gonna be better than them. Probably gonna be better than the Raiders.
The Raiders have had a piss poor off season.
Yeah,
Piss
that's
poor.
what I'm saying. So
I've seen rankings lists from 2 or 3 days ago, and they've literally had them smack bang at the bottom. What moves have the Raiders made? Tell me one.
They weren't even a playoff team last year.
Tell me one. I can tell you one. I got rid of one of their best offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, really, what are they doing? So, bro, they're probably gonna come second in that division. Because obviously, it's unlikely they're gonna do better than the Chiefs. But you never know, man. But I think they're a playoff team with Watson.
I think I heard talks of fucking Rodgers going to the Raiders at one point.
It's the Raiders.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
There's so much speculation of where these players could go. Or maybe it was Watson going to the Raiders. Someone just to replace fucking Derek Carr. That was for sure. Anyone just to get him out of that.
That's the thing. I feel like they have more problems than that. Like, I swear their defense.
Oh yeah, they have
terrible.
more problems than that. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's no issue with replacing Derek Carr, someone like Watson.
Oh yeah.
Watson or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look, let's be honest, right? The Broncos last season, they didn't do awful to say they already had the best team, the best quarterback. The Raiders did pretty shit to say, and they've still not made any changes. Watson to the Broncos, though, I don't know if I can see it happen.
I don't know if that Broncos bro, players just say shit to their friends sometimes. Just like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm really trying to beat.
You had teammates coming out saying Watson wanted to join the Dolphins.
Yeah, bro. It's like bro. At this point, bro, like, I wouldn't trust that type of statement, bro. Because he said that like ages ago, like, bro. his opinion could have
Yeah.
changed. Like, you know,
And he
bro.
said it's when he was going through his free agency situation.
Yeah, bro. Like, realistic. Like, I ain't really trying to go to a place where, you know, just struggling to breathe, bro. Like,
No, literally
But,
struggling
yeah.
to breathe. You get offensive linemen who come running off the sideline.
yeah,
Fucking
exactly,
oxygen mask
bro.
on, straight
Ventilators
on
and
there.
shit like that. Exactly, bro. So, like, bro, I don't know. If I wouldn't, like, I don't know this to Denver. Shout out Denver, man, boy. But
Shout out Mile High, bro.
shout out to Maha, bro. I don't know if that's the place I'd want to be at.
Yeah,
fam.
I personally, I wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. There's nothing secure. I mean, since Peyton left, right?
Yeah.
It's just the Broncos haven't been.
I mean, they
the
had
Broncos
a
that we
top,
knew when we started.
Yeah, man, they had a top
Top
defense. I
defense.
mean, they won them that championship. Like, Peyton did
Super
not
Bowl.
for Super Bowl championship,
Yeah.
same thing.
Nah.
I mean, respectfully, obviously, Peyton Manning's a great quarterback, but he did. They almost
he
got
did
through
that,
that game
yeah.
without even scoring
Yeah.
an offensive touchdown. So it's like they had that defense, but bro, it's crazy. I feel in terms of like the team that it could work.
Mhm.
Do I think they're a championship team? No, I think they probably need to add more pieces. I wouldn't know exactly what, because I'm not a Denver fan. I don't really watch Denver games like that. But I think it'd be an alright fit. But I'm not sure if he would want that still. If he's still got that same mindset, and I'm not sure if I mean, I wouldn't personally want to be living there, but
No, I wouldn't want to be playing there, training there, living there.
yeah, exactly, bro.
Fucking sleeping
Bro,
there, bro.
showing your life
I'd be in bed like,
expectancy at that point.
you know what
bro.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know when you're running around after like the first time in like a couple of months,
Yeah,
right? And
bro.
then you go out like that,
Yeah.
just when you're breathing normal. But that'd be me fucking
Yeah,
sleeping in that
exactly,
bitch.
bro. Yeah.
I mean, I know he's a professional athlete, so he's probably gonna do it better than me. Because like the only thing I'm professional at is fucking eating, bro. Like that's it.
Stuffing on
But
the kebabs.
stuffing
bro.
on the kebabs.
Yeah.
Literally, my work badge has a kebab on it. That
Is
doesn't
it?
say yeah.
Right.
That doesn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, he's a pro athlete. But even then, pro athletes still struggle in those kind of environments. Like, with that altitude, bro. Come on, it's a different ball game to playing in Texas. I know Texas has got the heat, but they're in an indoor stadium. You know what I mean? It's cooler.
Yeah, of course.
But they're not as high as my high. Like teams, if anything, probably one of the best places to go to in terms of home field advantage, because teams are so out their depth there. And we was interviewing. You're gonna have to remind me of his name now. It's completely blanked out of my head. All-star, Pro Bowl running back.
Oh, Leroy.
Leroy Hall. That's
shout
it.
out
Sorry.
Leroy, man.
So we interviewed him. If you want to check that podcast out,
Yeah,
sick
it's a good
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
Absolutely joke
Hella
guy.
fun, yeah.
We'll definitely have to get him on again and probably talk about some shit. So I think when he made that run that we showed him, was he in Denver then?
I can't remember. I know he said he was hella out of breath.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that was to do with the air. I could quickly check if you want.
Or it was a gassing of the 50 yards or some shit.
Yeah,
like
bro. He just got.
But it still backs up my point that professional players that he's a running back.
Yeah,
he didn't burst for far distance, but you still get gassed. And if you gotta play there every single week. Not every single week. So you gotta play there. Not once a week, but you gotta play there. How many times now they're taking that? But I don't know. I'm not taking it if I'm Watson. I'll definitely try to find somewhere else. But I guess it leads us to wonder where he's going to join.
Yeah, it was against the Broncos.
It was against the Broncos.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there was playing away, but
I think I remember him saying it was because of the altitude.
No, definitely, they were playing away. Yeah.
So I mean, there you go. Like the altitude is such a factor to players. I mean, you got a running back who was playing in one of the toughest areas of football, still getting absolutely gassed. Like, and I mean, the era might change, the toughness level might change, the rules might change. One thing's not changing though. It's fucking altitude, Denver, and how thin that area is.
Bro.
It's so thin.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a big factor to it. I'd rather live in Texas than Denver. And the weather, bro. Imagine
I'd rather live in Miami, bro.
It's not on the option tables. I mean, actually, no, it is on the option tables. But with what you're saying, you kind of don't want to, right? Anyway, so
I mean, we can keep Tua as well. We can give him maybe one of us. We can give him Jacoby Brissett or something, bro.
Is he down with? Oh, shit, he's down with Miami, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on back.
Absolute goat, bro. Jimmy's
Jacoby,
fucking Jacoby Brissett is a goat, bro.
Starting, bro. Just because he's a Patriot.
He was a Patriot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, once a Patriot, always a Patriot.
Oh,
Apart from a few people.
like Brady.
Yeah, I don't even know who you say.
Ah,
yeah, I don't even know that guy. Okay, Brady will always be a Patriot. I don't mind. But I think most Patriots are kind of the majority of Patriots are kind of loyal to them. You know what though? One guy will make an exception for who I did really like, and then he came out and signed with the Patriots. Dion Lewis. Yeah, that hurt, bro. Like I was like, this. I like that guy. I liked how he played. I liked his mentality, and then he comes.
Bro,
out.
I swear he would always be picking up like 30 yards, bro.
Yeah, no, he would kick shit with with Patriots. He went to the Titans and he got fucked on.
Bro, because like realistically, he wasn't getting like 1,000 yards a season, but he's that guy. You put him in, and he just like he'll pick up mad yards, bro.
Yeah,
but
and then he goes to the Titans to prove himself, and Derrick Henry comes along, and now I don't know where that guy is now.
Probably out the league.
I think he went to a new team, you know. But let's see. Dion Lewis, he's a free agent. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna pick him up. 30 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go to real quick his stats, I know this is off topic. I mean, we're coming towards the end of our pod, but go to his stats, bro. You ready? Let's see his Dion Lewis career stats. Let's bring this one up real quickly. He played for the Giants in 2020.
Did he?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. So we talk about his season. So trivia. How many teams do you think he played for?
4. 5.
Yeah. Can you tell me? Do you think you know?
Patriots.
Yeah.
Titans. Giants.
No?
Oh yeah, I know the others, so I just forgot them still.
Do you know?
Yeah.
That honestly, you know?
I just forgot them. Oh yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I just can't remember.
Okay, go get one guess. One guess.
Bro, it's like it's that team.
That's it.
They have those white uniforms, bro.
They do.
Yeah.
One of them does, but he played no games for them.
Yeah.
So he played for the Eagles and the Colts. He had no games for the Colts. Played 2 seasons. But anyway, real quick, his best season came with the Patriots in terms of yardage, 896 yards. If we go to his touchdowns, that came 2017, 6 touchdowns. After that, he only combined in 3 years. He combined 3.
Oh man!
So he
big decline, bro.
In 2017, 48 first.
Product of the system, man.
But yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about the Patriots is the system, especially when he was around, was sort of you throw that ball out the backfield. That was a big thing. You know what I mean? They schemed up screens, big thing in New England.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like if the players are downfield, you know, Brady, you know, he I think the big difference between quarterbacks so Ryan Tannehill and Tom Brady, different breed, right? You've got one quarterback who knows exactly where everyone is on the field, the other one might not. You know, as soon as he realizes his targets aren't open downfield, he's taking a look there. So I think he gives him more opportunity.
Bro.
The younger as well.
No, bro. Tannehill, bro, the first thing he's doing is looking to throw a screen. Well, when Adam Gase was there, bro, that's all they looked for.
With the Titans now.
Bro, wait.
No, all he's doing now is looking to hand the ball straight back off anyway today.
The same thing, bro.
But I mean, Dion went downhill. I did like him as a player, like I said, until he came out and signed with the Patriots, and then it kind of killed my vibe. But man, I think we're coming towards the end of the podcast. You got anything else you want to bring up before we bang this off? Any topic, any questions, anything we can run through, or do you want to call it a night, bro? I mean, is there anything you want to bring up? Oh, there's something I want to bring up unless you have nothing to say.
Yeah, go on. You go.
Real quick. I know this is completely off topic to NFL, but Logan Paul Mayweather.
Oh, bro, don't even get me started on that shit, bro. That shit just never... Bro, there wasn't even a fucking verdict for that, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, most people, obviously, Mayweather won, but...
No, to be fair, right, I do understand that, right? Because imagine if they were judges, they could be a winner. would you want 51-0 on Floyd's record and say, "Oh, he fought Logan Paul"? Imagine you're Floyd, your legacy 51-0, but he won 51.
Imagine if he lost. And that's the reason he did it, obviously.
No, I just think it's because people would like absolutely rip him to shreds if he put 51-0 on his record and it was against.
Well, bro, like
there's no way.
No, you know what? No, there's
literally no way
Floyd
loses that fight.
No, the reason I do think it's not that bad is that Logan had a massive reach, height, and like weight advantage.
Brandon fuck all about boxing.
No, obviously, but like that does kind of like I feel. That to an extent, obviously, boxing takes a lot of skill. It's not anyone can just do it. But to that, he was not underdog, but he was at a big disadvantage at that point. He's not known to be an offensive boxer. He's more of a defensive guy.
Yeah, bro, gassed him out in like around 2 rounds.
I mean, that's what
guy was swinging for the head.
But bro. They should never just do fights like that again, bro. Just stick to bro, because you know what. When it was KSI and stuff, that was cool. I watched those. You went, huh?
It's YouTubers.
YouTubers,
on the same length.
Yeah.
Same sort of body build as well.
YouTube. So like first Joe Weller KSI was cool.
Yeah.
Joe Weller, KSI, Logan Paul was good.
Yeah.
So Logan Paul, KSI 2 fine. Deji, Jake Paul, fine. Jake Paul, Anderson Gibbs was fine.
Yeah.
And then it started getting into shit. It's like Jake Paul versus
Ben Askren.
Not even Nate Robinson.
Oh, Nate Robinson, bro. He got dropped. Come on, that
was the. I think to me that's the start of this fucking shit event. And then it's like the Ben Askren, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck was that, bro? And then now this. It's just I think it's just a waste of time and money, and it's just a waste of your life to watch it, bro. Because I actually know people that stayed up till 4:00. I don't know if you, but I think you probably kind of down bad at the moment, fam. Because like that should just never work.
Nah, I just wanted to see what it was. Just one of those things where it's so stupid. I kind of had to watch it, and I got it cheap as well.
You paid for it,
yeah,
bro. You are down. Terrible, bro.
How much should I pay? Do you think?
Bro, I don't care. Any money, you're down.
No, I did watch some other good fights beforehand as well. There were some good cards before.
Bro.
Chad Johnson fought. He got dropped.
So.
Huh?
I guess so.
Some ex-bare knuckle boxer, bro. You not see him get dropped?
No.
Hold on. See, there's
You
there's
realize
always something we can.
Bro, you realize there is streams you can watch this for free.
Yeah, but I just wanted a good stream, bro. I don't care. You ready? Is Chad versus? I can get you the guy's name real quick. He will be fighting a guy called. Oh shit! I don't know. He just was a bare knuckle boxer. All right, so here's Chad Johnson, Uchi. How do you say Cinco?
Obviously the Spanish speaking.
Are you ready, bro?
Yeah.
So this is what Chad said. Holy shit! This is after the fight. Holy shit! That was fucking fun against a real fucking bare knuckle fighter, and I fucking survived. Prayer emoji.
Yeah.
This is the fight. We still carried on. We still carried on.
What did they score it?
He lost.
Is it just majority decision?
He lost.
Yeah,
he lost. But I mean, against a guy who bare knuckle fight, like you got to give him props to it. He's old, bro, as well. He got dropped, but he came straight back up. But that's a good clip, bro. I like that. I absolutely like that. But
actually, bro, what? Say what you have to say. I actually do have something to ask.
Oh, you do have something to ask. Okay. I wanted to ask you, before I finish off talking about boxing and all this fucking crap that's going on, if you could see one matchup in the NFL, it could be, they've got to be either at the same position. Say, for example, it could be like wide receiver versus wide receiver, or it can be wide receiver versus DB, but it can't be QB versus I don't know, like linebacker. So it's got to be like something that's relative to each other. You've got the weight class system in boxing, so you can do wide receiver DB.
Oh, we're talking about fights.
I want to. If you could have one matchup in the NFL and see them go toe to toe in the ring, who would it be and why? Only one matchup, bro.
Who is like a one like cornerback or something?
I would like to see Ramsey talk shit in the ring.
Ramsey Metcalf. Bro.
You think Ramsey? Nah, that's not even fair, bro. I think Ramsey would. He would still swing. He would still talk shit.
Yeah.
He would give it his all. But they're two. But isn't like Metcalf like 6'4"? Built? Is he like 6'4"? Yeah, he's
6'3".
Built like an absolute fucking shit house, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about boxing is about experience, and when no one has experience, it usually is just about who can hit the hardest and get like the luckiest shot in. And I've got. Is that the matchup you want to see? Is that the matchup you want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you mine and tell me.
Oh, actually, you know what? Nah, bro. Nah. If you're an NFL OG official support like I am, obviously, probably back in the day, Josh Norman, Beckham had
versus OBJ.
Man. Yeah, so I have to do that.
I like that one. That one. I'm gonna go, and I think when you hear this, you'll probably be like, "All right, fair. That's a good matchup." I'm gonna go Aaron Donald, versus Myles Garrett. Two absolute units just going wham, bro. Both roughly the same height. Both built like fucking tanks. I want the heavyweight. Heavyweight hits.
Bro, no, that doesn't work, bro. Cause I don't know how tall Myles Garrett is. I'm assuming he's like 6'4", 6'5", or something.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett has like a lot of length. Like Donald is a very good, obviously NFL player, but he's a powerful guy, and it's like I think Garrett would probably beat him. Like,
you think Garrett?
Yeah, I think it probably wouldn't even be that close.
Let me see. Let me take a quick look at Garrett's height. So,
or like,
I mean, Donald is. It's only 4 inches different.
How tall is he?
He's 6'4". Donald is 6 foot.
Donald's 6'3".
Donald's 6'3", so it's only an inch.
Yeah, but he just looks like. I don't know if it's because Donald's like kind of more round. If that makes sense.
Are we gonna what are we saying?
Well, Garrett just is like more like athletic build, if that makes sense, bro.
No. Donald is 6'1".
All right,
6'1". So it's 3 inches different.
Yeah, bro. So, I think probably Garrett would probably win.
It still would be a good fight. You can't say it won't be a good fight. Or you take two absolutely wham offensive linemen.
Bro, no one cares about him. I'm sorry, but no one cares about him.
No, but I'm just saying in terms of just unit size, two off like wham. I'm talking like Trent Brown versus some other big fat, like massive dog.
Yeah.
That would be sick. But did you have someone else you wanted to say, or?
Yeah. Just quickly.
Just by the way, just so the listeners, bro, like, this is what you get on this podcast.
Sometimes you get better everything.
This is the creme de la creme of the podcasting world, bro. And I'm telling you now that this is top notch. You know what you're getting. You're getting NFL boxing matches, bro. But give me what you was going to say.
This isn't ready to do NFL either, but it's conference semi-finals.
Don't talk to me about this.
Let's end the podcast. No. After quick, I'm just gonna tell you the teams that are in it.
Okay. The Browns now.
The Browns now got knocked out. So we got the Bucks playing the Nets. They're down 2-0 right now. So the Nets are winning 2-0.
Oh, seriously? Against the Bucks?
Yeah, they blown them up by 40 last game. So they kind of.
I saw their first game.
Yeah, they kind of
shit out of them as well.
Yeah, they're kind of doing what they did to us, to the Heat. We got the Suns. I think they're 2 games. They're either a game up or 2 games up against the Nuggets. And then we got the Jazz and the Clippers. And the Clippers are winning that by... No. The Jazz are winning that by a game. Mm-hmm. And then we have the 76ers and the Hawks. And I think that's tied at 1-1. So out of those teams... I know you don't know a lot, but your favorite for the East and for the West?
I guess I'd say the Nets.
For the East, okay.
And then for the West, this is how much I know. So we got who's in the West then? The Clippers,
Nuggets, Jazz, and I can't remember the other team. The Suns. Yeah. And
then maybe the Clippers. Maybe.
Clippers.
I know they had a good series against the Mavs. The Mavs are quite a good team as well. but the Nuggets are a good team as well. From what I know, all right. If anyone's watching this and you're sitting there going, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Let me just tell you now, I know absolutely nothing about basketball. I just play NBA.
You should know something.
Who do you think? Then?
Bro,
Before we finish,
for the West, my favorites are the Suns. For the
Oh.
East, it's the Nets, bro. Probably not even gonna be. It's probably not even gonna be hard at this. I thought they would unravel a bit against the
didn't
Bucks.
the NBA put so? Isn't the NBA got like a salary cap in place?
Yeah,
But like the NFL do.
yeah.
So how come they built like this absolute fucking what is it called on NBA 2K? My team brogues up like those opals. Yeah. Is it the opals or some shit?
For
Galaxy opal. They got the Galaxy opal. So who they got? They got
James Harden,
Kyrie,
Kevin Durant. Yeah.
Blake Griffin as well, right?
And Joe Harris. Yeah.
And then,
I mean, he's a very good 3-point shooter.
Where do we?
In the NBA
this?
The NBA has a soft salary cap, so they can't go over it, but they have to pay a luxury tax.
What, you're a billionaire earner and you're going to win the NBA championship.
Well, anyway, but it's quite a bit. It's not just like 10 quid. It's quite a bit, bro. But
how much we talking?
I wouldn't know how much to say, but I feel like it'd probably be like a small portion of the overall cap.
What's the odds that LeBron goes? Need another one. Joins the Nets next season.
Bro, it's not that, but that's just not even. I don't even think they could make the contracts work unless they traded someone. But nah, bro. Even LeBron has done some. Like I'm already gonna say when he went to Miami, it was weak because I understand it. And obviously, I can appreciate being a Heat fan.
Bro, no. Here's what I want to know. Here's what I don't care about LeBron James, right? Is number one Durant a snake, and number two, does he just chase championships?
Durant is, like he did kind of snake OKC. They had a 3-1 lead against the Warriors, and he didn't step up when they needed him to. So, you can attribute that to the rest of the team as well. But he had his chances and he didn't step up. So I think it was sneaky against the Warriors.
He chasing, bro.
I think like those two rings of the Warriors. Like, what does it really show? You went to a team that had just come off 7-3-9 season. Obviously, the team changed a bit, but they went to the Nets, and it's like, what does this really prove?
James Harden's second year.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like, what does this really prove to you as a player that you can win with like two of the top 10 NBA players? It's like, okay, but yeah, I think he is kind of ring chasing. It's like
chasing.
I mean,
there we are, bro. From your mouth, ring chasing, Kevin Durant. We'll end it on that, bro. You don't have to insult Kevin Durant. I won't insult Kevin Durant. I don't have an issue with the guy. I don't have an issue with the guy. I don't care too much. I don't watch basketball.
I mean,
I don't care.
Yeah,
he's got an issue with him.
I don't really like him like that, but it's not too deep, man.
We'll end it on that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
If you got Kevin Durant in your DMs chasing you up, don't shout me.
Just have to drop him off.
We'll end it on that one. Appreciate anyone who listens to the podcast. People who joined us after the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening through a podcast streaming service, thank you so much. We're here every single Thursday. Try and get a guest on next week as well, because that seems to work well. That was a lot of fun. We can talk about QBs again. We can talk about whoever we get on, careers. We'll see. Maybe we try to get D-Roy on for a live episode.
Bro, that would be lit.
That would be good. That would be good. Get some people on, see what we can do. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you stay. You subscribe. You follow us. Do whatever you need to do. ATPpodcast.net is where you can find our website, and you can find all of our social medias there. So thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully we'll see you again next week when we come back with another live episode. Till then, see you very soon. Thank you for joining us, and bye.